We are temporary. About the author Anuj. Vilas Shinde was born on 25 July 2007 in the state of Maharashtra, India. Chapter 2. The city of dreams. The train slowly entered Mumbai in the early morning. As Swayam stepped onto the platform, the first thing she noticed was the crowd. Thousands of people moved in every direction. Some were rushing to catch trains. Some were waiting for family members. Office workers stood with bags hanging from their shoulders while checking the time repeatedly. Nobody seemed to stop. Nobody seemed to slow down. Mumbai was moving. Near the station, several tea stalls were already crowded. Swayam walked to one of them and ordered a cup of tea. Holding the warm glass in her hands, she quietly observed the people around her. Most faces looked tired. Some looked worried. Others looked lost in thought. A man was speaking on the phone about work deadlines. A woman was calculating expenses in a small notebook. A college student sat silently reading notes before an exam. Everyone carried something invisible: stress, responsibility, expectations, dreams. As Swayam continued watching, she noticed a woman carrying a small child in her arms. The woman was asking people for money to buy food. Many ignored her completely. Some looked away. A few people gave small amounts. The child remained silent. Swayam looked at them for several seconds. The psychologist inside her wanted to understand. The human inside her felt sympathy, yet she did what most people do. She looked away and continued walking. The moment stayed in her mind. After leaving the station, Swayam began exploring the city. She remembered a famous saying, "Mumbai is a city where dreams come true." She wondered if that was completely true, or if it was only half the story. Before beginning her exploration, she decided to visit an old friend, Abhishek. They had studied together during high school. Without informing him beforehand, Swayam reached his apartment and rang the bell. The door opened. Abhishek stared at her for a few seconds before breaking into laughter. "Bro, you came to Mumbai without telling me? I wanted to surprise you." "You definitely did." He welcomed her inside immediately. After a long train journey, Swayam freshened up and took a bath. Later, while sitting together with tea, she explained her plan to travel across India and the world to write her next book. Abhishek listened carefully. When she finished, he smiled. "I'm proud of you. Most writers only imagine stories. You're actually going out to live them." Abhishek worked as a software engineer, but engineering had never been his dream. His real dream was acting. Back in school, he always talked about becoming an actor one day. After graduation, he moved to Mumbai. To his parents, he said he was coming for work. That part was true, but it wasn't the whole truth. His parents never believed acting was a stable career. They often told him that success in the industry required connections, luck, and years of struggle. Over time, Abhishek realized they weren't completely wrong. That was why he continued working as a software engineer while attending auditions on weekends. He had seen too many struggling actors living without financial stability. Many had talent but no opportunities. Many survived from one day to the next. Because of that reality, he chose to balance both worlds: a job for survival, a dream for the future. After talking for some time, Abhishek left for work. Swayam decided to spend 2 days exploring Mumbai before continuing her journey to Satara and later to Assam. She spent the afternoon walking through different streets of Mumbai. Everywhere she looked, people were working: street vendors, taxi drivers, construction workers, delivery riders, shopkeepers. It seemed as if the entire city was constantly running, not because people wanted luxury, because they wanted survival. Later, she visited the famous Dr. Baudaji Lad Mumbai City Museum. Inside the museum, she learned about Mumbai's history, culture, development, and transformation over generations. The stories fascinated her. The city's history was beautiful. Its growth was remarkable. Its culture was rich. As a Maharashtrian, she felt proud learning more about the place. But after leaving the museum and exploring less glamorous areas, she noticed another side of Mumbai: garbage-filled lanes, crowded settlements, people working in difficult conditions, children playing beside overflowing drains. Dreams and hardship existed side by side. The contrast surprised her. People came to Mumbai chasing success, but many found struggle before opportunity. That evening, Swayam accidentally met a young aspiring actor named Arbaz. He had traveled from Uttar Pradesh to become an actor. The two started talking. After learning about Swayam's book project, Arbaz agreed to show her a small part of his life. He took her to an acting audition in Versova. When they arrived, Swayam was shocked. More than 45 people had come for a single role. The audition had started at 10 in the morning. It was already after 2 in the afternoon, yet people were still waiting patiently. Some practiced dialogues, some looked nervous. Some stared silently at the floor. Each person believed they might be the one selected. Only one would be. The reality of competition suddenly became very clear. After the audition, Arbaz took Swayam to the place where he lived, a small one-room house in Malad. 7 people shared the space. Mattresses covered most of the floor. There was barely enough room for everyone, yet nobody complained. Swayam sat down and asked him, "Have you eaten today?" Arbaz nodded. 2 vada pav. Only 2, he smiled. It's enough. After some hesitation, he continued. I do small jobs whenever I can. Acting doesn't pay because I don't get roles regularly. He looked down. I studied only until 9th standard. My father passed away years ago. My mother works as a tailor in our village. He paused. Whatever I earn, I send half of it to her. Why continue all this? Arbaz smiled. Because I want to become an actor before my mother leaves this world. I want her to see me succeed at least once. For a moment, neither of them spoke. Swayam simply listened. Sometimes a person's dream was worth more than comfort. By the time she left Arbaz's place, it was almost midnight. 11:57 p.m. Mumbai was quieter than before, but it wasn't asleep. The city never truly slept. While walking through a street lined with closing shops, Swayam noticed a young woman standing alone. The woman approached her. Her voice was calm. 1,000 rupees per hour. For a moment, Swayam didn't understand. Then she realized the woman was involved in sex work. Instead of leaving, Swayam asked, "Can I pay you 2,000 tomorrow, not for sex, just to spend 2 hours talking?" The woman looked surprised. After a few seconds, Swayam handed over a small card. "My number is on it." Then she walked away. Another story, another life, another person the world usually ignored. Later, while traveling from Malad toward Dadar, she saw something familiar. The same mother and child from the morning. This time, she didn't walk away. It was around 12:37 a.m. She bought milk for the child and gave some money to the mother. The woman thanked her quietly. Swayam stood there for a few moments. A strange feeling filled her mind. Mumbai was confusing, beautiful and painful, hopeful and heartbreaking, rich and poor, modern and struggling, all at the same time. As she walked away, she thought about Maharashtra, its language, its culture, its history. And yet, even in a land filled with pride, courage, and history, countless people were still fighting their own silent battles every day. That night, before sleeping, Swayam opened her notebook and wrote only one sentence. Mumbai is not a city of dreams. Mumbai is a city of people willing to suffer for their dreams.